hurt Saitama. He shot him right Saitama in the face with his laser eyes, did absolutely nothing to him.
Hmm. Hello YouTube, it's RJ the West here. Welcome back to, and my friend last night you see. Welcome back to another live stream episode of GT Online. Alright, just want to make sure that's mute. Don't have to hear myself twice. Alright. Let's start the mission. Let's see what it is.
Okay.
Countryside.
Oh, point to point?
Yeah.
Copy that.
A and D.
You said E and D?
A and D.
A and D? Copy. I better put my Sparrow away because I know that vehicle will take me to play. Kasaka, return. Next week when I go shopping again, I'm gonna buy myself some row planters for my spider babies. I really kind of like this habit of mine where I take these baby spider plants. Spider plants are just so easy to propagate, man. They're just so easy. And they're adorable as babies, and they're so cool when they're large. And I don't know how, but one of my spider plants in back of where my cat sleeps at, in a window, it's the west window. That spider plant looks like a true spider plant, but all the other spider plants look more bushy, I think. You ever take?
Mine's also very bushy.
Yours has been outside. You said you got your spider plant from me, right?
Yeah.
And it is a beautiful plant.
I've had it for a few years now.
Yeah. I just been making more babies. I have like at least 5 parent plants, and the rest are just all babies. And what's actually kind of funny about that is the fact that my green spider plant. You remember the origin story for that? You remember the popcorn plant that you helped me get a couple years ago?
Yeah.
And after, I don't know why, but the popcorn plant just died. But there was a tiny little green plant, a tiny little baby that was just growing out of nowhere from the soil. And it turned out to be a green spider plant, which is an uncommon, if not rare, variant of the common spider plant. And I suppose I lucked out. Like, I lost the plant, but I gained a new one that's even better than the popcorn plant. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the popcorn plant was just a flower-like plant, and it smelled like popcorn. But
it was more like a tree type plant.
Yeah, and it died. I was taking good care of it too, and it just died.
You said it had bugs on the.
I think so. It may have been contaminated with bugs when we were at the nursery. I don't know. I should probably take better. I never took it outside. But well, anyways, when I started taking, like, instead of throwing the green plant away, I actually started taking care of it, and it turned out to be, you guessed, a gorgeous green spider plant, and it actually is very happy and very healthy, and it's actually got quite like 4, maybe 5 babies, and some of them are big enough to be their own plants, and I might actually start propagating more of them. I mean, what's more enjoyable than to watch a small baby spider plant grow into something nice and bushy? And oh, by the way, Myra's had some really good selection of plants today as well. They actually had like more monsteras and. All right, now you said the Trevor truck for this one, right?
Oh, I forgot to tell you that I saw a video for GTA 6. saying that there's gonna be no flying vehicles in GTA 6. It's gonna
There
be
will be
only
flying
ground-based.
vehicles, just not the kind that we have.
They said no flying vehicles of any kind.
Well, that's going to be subject to change because you're not going to be playing a new open world game without flying vehicles in a game that takes place in the modern day era. It's subject to change. That's all I gotta say.
The way it sounds is they're gonna be focusing more land-based vehicles.
Probably for now to get you to force. Ow! Probably to force you to explore in the roads and stuff. Because I'm just gonna say it. It's a little unrealistic for a GTA game to have no flying vehicles. It's just weird. It feels weird, and it would probably feel weird in the long run too. Because when you find yourself having to drive everywhere,
Especially when the map is gonna be 10 times larger.
exactly, the map is gonna be big.
They're gonna have four different sections of the map. They're gonna have one big part of the
Oh,
map for the main part. The main part is gonna be the larger area.
and a lot of
And
it's just
then
swamp.
and then they're gonna have four branching areas for different parts of maps.
And if they're going to be truly committed to a no flying vehicle, if they're actually going to be that committed for like a no flying vehicle policy thing, I actually have a feeling that's not going to end well in the long run because people would probably start getting annoyed having to drive everywhere. And like you said, that map is big. The map is going to be bigger than GTA 6's map, and driving everywhere in GTA 5 alone can be annoying sometimes. And GTA 6, with its more like fluid physics and everything, possibility that if I mean maybe it's I'm just gonna go with this assumption. They're gonna be adding flying vehicles in the future. Like they're probably gonna want like a ground propagation, like a grounded perspective for the game first, and then later they're introduced flying vehicles. That deer almost hit me.
No, you almost hit the deer.
I was making my way there first. I'm on the road. I had the right
Don't
of way.
matter. It's not how that works.
It does in this game.
No, it don't. Is that what you think it happens in real life?
No. Oh
Exactly.
god, if you hit a deer on a motorcycle, oh, the damage. Oh yeah, it's this one. I'm gonna call out my sparrow.
I'm right here.
Oh.
Unless you want to take the bulldozer. That's
That
a
would
hay
suck
baler.
if you actually crashed the buzzard, and I literally just put away the sparrow.
You
Actually,
stuck it underneath
that would
the
actually
hay
be kind
baler.
of fun. That would be actually kind of funny if that happened. I'm gonna get my phone out in advance. Oh.
The customer had a blast. Thankfully, they weren't too fucked up to send us the money. Good work.
That was interesting.
Hmm.
Shoot another missile. Did they change the sound for that for the passengers? Eight neighborhoods submerged in floodwater in Newaygo County. Yeah. I'll worry about thought experiments later when we actually start getting to work. Do you think these guns just magic? Like these guns are basically like magically inclined or something because they just appear out of nowhere.
Pocket dimension.
We used to do those caches. I remember that a long time ago. We stopped doing them because they're kind of just pointless. They do kind of feel pointless. Hell, oh, can we do stoner survival sometime today as well?
We can do it right now after we get done with your acid lab.
I was about to say, I mean, we still gotta do my acid truck and. Yeah. Ow. No, I like to like stand in front of this bush until this disappears, and then call out my acid truck.
No matter where you stand.
Dogs out there. Woo, woo, woo.
Still here, friend.
Yeah, I know. I forgot to do this. Big deal.
It is a big deal.
Uh,
You could have done it from the mansion.
I thought I didn't have time. I was still in the mansion when you summoned me.
Prove it.
I don't have to.
Sting operation again.
I want to do paper round.
It's probably in that weird spot again too.
No, it's due east of the strip club. I actually still fantasize about a future update GTA Online where you can buy and customize your own strip clubs. I mean, you and I were talking about it even a couple years ago. Like, it would be a legitimate update, and of course, being Grand Theft Auto, it would be a front for heists. Because you got to think Rockstar.
Not me focus on heist.
They'll hire strippers, and of course, it'd be one of those businesses that rakes in money in the safe, so you have to go to that strip club to empty the safe yourself.
I can see it more like the nightclub.
You know what? I'm actually agreeing with that too, because I can see that too, where you have to do certain missions to promote, like similar, like nightclub promotion missions, and then you have strip club promotion missions.
Yep.
Oh shit! What am I doing?
Yeah, you're on the wrong way.
Well, technically no, but yes at the same time. Oh, my brain was still hopped on the idea of doing those.
Brain fart.
Yeah, don't want to deal with no cops. It's a good thing I stopped myself at the very last second. At least I know exactly where the hidey hole is. So technically, it didn't really lose that much. I mean, sure, it's costing me a few extra seconds, but no big whoop. Go ahead and start it if you want.
I gotta find him first.
I'll do it first. Yeah. Right here. Going the wrong way.
I know, I'm turning around.
That's weird that on the map you like it looks choppy.
Like I'm teleporting?
Exactly.
Oh,
You missed it.
I
You
know
are
where they're at.
teleporting. Hmm.
Teleporting.
Teleport.
Teleporting, bitch.
And do you remember what was it? 4 years ago or 5 years ago when you and I used to do the either or.
I don't know. It's been a
Like,
while.
would you rather? No, it's the would you rather. Would you rather live in a universe where everyone like does this and that, or something like that? In this fictional scenario, what if lore accurate?
The sun's exploding.
Mm, Eros from Warframe were to fight. Actually, you know what? Were to enter Mortal Kombat.
I was gonna say, why ain't he just fights the mummy?
Now he would destroy the Mummy. Imhotep is in the original movie, The Mummy from the early 2000s. I'll let you like with Brandon Fraser and what's her name. Imhotep is fairly powerful, but he gets ultimately defeated by regular humans. What makes you think he's going to stand up against a Warframe on a planetary scale?
Just going with the theme.
He would die.
Goddamn piece of shit helicopters.
You used to main Interos in the old days too. I kind of miss you playing on your Interos, but it is understandable you had to evolve. You had to change due to the way Interos works. Inaros. You don't miss playing him either, do you?
No.
And why would you? There's a reason why you stopped playing on him. If I remember correctly, it was because he was, what, inadequate when it comes to his performance?
Oh, he had a great performance. I just don't care about him.
Well, he was decent in survivability, but 2024, when the Jade Light when the Jade update took place, there was a bug in the game that lasted for a while, and it made it quite detrimental. I'm gonna wait until you get. Alright. In this fictional scenario, what if Loraker and Aros from Warframe were to enter Mortal Kombat? If a Loraker and Aros from Warframe entered the Mortal Kombat universe, he would likely be classified as a near-invincible Elder God level threat rather than a typical combatant. Loraker Inaros is not just a mummy-themed character. He is a sentient, parasitic sandstorm, essentially gray goo, nanites, capable of consuming all life to sustain himself, as shown in the Sands of Inaros quest, where he destroyed armies on Mars. Here is how the scenario would likely unfold based on his lore capabilities. Unmatched survivability. Loraker Inaros has no shields and no fatigue, thriving by turning his own body into sand. His passive ability ensures that even if his physical form is destroyed, he resurrects by consuming the life force of nearby enemies, making traditional Mortal Kombat fatalities ineffective. The Sandstorm scenario. Inaros can become a living vortex of sand and scarabs, capable of stripping armor and health from entire battalions, treating most MK characters like fodder. Noobs, Cybot, Scorpion's Nightmare. Inaros' Scarab Storm inflicts corrosive status, meaning his sand corrodes magic and armor alike, making him a hard counter to undead or armored fighters like Scorpion or Noob Cybot. Matchups against top tier. While characters like Liu Kang or Chronica could compete through time manipulation or reality warping, Inaros' ability to devour fear and operate as a para-casual void entity gives him a massive advantage, likely placing him above Earthrealm defenders. Potential fatalities and victory. Inaros likely dissolves the opponent, turning them into a pile of sand. A pile of sand cavats tears the opponent apart, then feeds them to a sandstorm. He traps them in a sarcophagus, turning them into a sand shadow slave. How the tournament ends. Inaros would likely break the rules of Mortal Kombat, refusing to fight one-on-one and instead consuming the entire arena, becoming the new God King of the Desert. Would you like to know more? Would you like to know how other Warframes like Saren or Limbo, of course they have to put Limbo in there, would perform in this scenario? Or would you look at how Scorpion might try? Ooh, you know what? Let's do a follow-up to specifically fight Scorpion. Alright, let's do that. That sounds kind of cool. In a lore accurate scenario, Inaros, the God King, entering the Mortal Kombat universe, would fight Scorpion. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for my mission. We're waiting a sec, guys. Stay tuned. Tuned.
Tomb.
Tuned.
Tomb.
Tuned.
Tomb.
Tuned.
Tomb.
It's been a long day. At least we got words on the phone we can read. Go ahead and put this away.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Okay. Most likely the next mission will be either diamond shopping or targeted data. Come on. What's going on here? Ah, my God, my hat. Uh-oh. Uh, um, okay. Um, this is new. You know what? I'm gonna take advantage of this. I'm stuck. And alright, screw that, right? In a lore accurate scenario, Inaros, the God King, enters the Mortal Kombat universe to fight Scorpion would be a battle between an unstoppable, immortal desert deity and a vengeful hellspawn wraith. Lore accurate Inaros is not limited by Warframe's gameplay mechanics. He is a sentient, ancient entity that feeds on fear, controls sand, and protects the defenseless, known to have destroyed entire Orokin armies by creating colossal sandstorms. Here is how the fight would likely unfold based on their lore powers. The power matchup, lore accurate. Inaros, the God King, known as the Fear Eater and Sky Killer, he possesses immense tankiness and regenerative abilities, utilizing sand to tear apart enemies, blind them, and summon sand cavats, undead cats, to drain their life force. He cannot be killed, only broken into a sarcophagus form, requiring extreme energy to truly destroy. Scorpion, the Hellspawn Wraith. A specter from the Netherrealm with control over hellfire, teleportation, and spectral weapons, he is fueled by vengeance and can be resurrected. But in pure lore, he has been bested by specialized warriors. The fight: sand versus hellfire. Environmental control. Inaros would instantly turn the fighting arena into a barren, shifting desert. His sands ignore obstacles and bypass traditional armor. Scorpion's agility would be severely hindered by the relentless blinding sandstorm. Dealing with hellfire. While Scorpion's fire is devastating to mortals, Inaros is a machine-organic hybrid powered by the Void. Inaros can convert his body into sand, making physical strikes and fire damage largely ineffective. He can
I'm
simply
back.
reform. You're gonna have to destroy the terabyte. I am stuck.
What do you mean stuck?
I am stuck. I can't move anywhere.
How?
I don't know. I'm just stuck. I just need you to destroy the terabyte for me. If you
How
have
the
to, use your
hell?
savage.
How the hell did you bug yourself out?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. Just get your savage or something.
I can use anything to bug it. Doesn't have to be specifically the savage.
It would be easier if you used the savage.
No,
Dealing
because
with health.
you're in the tight area.
Of course I am. Uh, this is literally the first time in how many years we played this game. Alright, Scorpion's advantage. Scorpion's Hellfire might be capable of Searing's innermost metallic structure, and his teleportation could evade the sandstorm. But Laurel Inneros thrives on the fear Scorpion brings, eating it to become stronger. The final outcome, Eternal Sands. Lord Inneros wins this fight, but it is not a quick victory. Scorpion would initially land devastating strikes, perhaps even killing the Warframe. Inneros would enter his sarcophagus phase, shifting into Stand Wraith and attacking Scorpion's
No problem.
vitality. Because Scorpion is a Wraith, Inneros would struggle to permanently destroy him, leading to a long, grueling battle where Inneros eventually drains Scorpion's rage, turning the Wraith into sand. In summary, Scorpion is a jobber in lore. He kills but also loses often. Inneros is treated as a literal protector deity in lore. Inneros is treated as a literal protector. Inneros' ability to turn into. Okay, that's weird.
The vehicle's blown up, so how you're outside the vehicle.
Oh,
How are you still accessing the computer?
I don't know. How'd
That
you
makes
die?
no sense. I blew myself up because I was wanted.
Oh, smart. In summary, Inneros' ability to turn into unignitable sand and his immunity to fear makes him the superior matchup for the vengeance-driven enemy. You know what? I'm actually picturing Scorpion and Inneros fighting it out right now.
I'm
And
curious
I'm not...
how Subagath will handle in the Mortal Kombat universe.
we'll do that in a sec. But keep that in mind, though. Ah, tree. That is the first time I've ever got stuck in that mission, in there. First time. I've
First
been
time
playing
for
this
everything.
game for like since 20. Actually, I could take a look in a sec.
It was 2017 or 2018.
I think it's 2017. It has been a long time. I'll take a look at it once I actually get there. Okay.
Don't get stuck again.
Okay, General. No, that's not it. Is it career?
I don't know.
Nope. Maybe it is General. Character made. I need to know where character made is. Oh, it should be here. Nope. Okay, here it is. 2018. October 31st. Very long time ago. And I've been playing that game since 2018. And that's the first time I've ever got stuck in there. I think I did something. I don't know what I did, but I don't know.
First time for everything.
Okay, you're going to steal a diamond fine jewelry. Our client wants these rocks,
Oh,
but she won't
scanning
pay retail
time.
price. I think we can help. Get over there and put some of our technology to use. I'll talk you through it.
Oh yeah, that's right, we're in the golf course. This is the only vehicle you can, as far as I know, this is the only vehicle in the entire game that you can't change the lights on. Because this... I thought you knew what you were doing. I'm just waiting for till Paige says that.
Whoa!
What?
My oppressor was acting stupid and I started nosediving out of nowhere. That was weird.
Could it be a coincidence that I get stuck in a turbine, forcing you to have to destroy it? Oh. That was pretty jarring.
I was literally just flying to find where I needed to go, and all of a sudden, my oppressor just starts nosediving out of nowhere by itself.
Here, let me pop the thing so you don't have to get wanted so easily. Or not. And... if you need, just hop into Terabyte so you can lose your wanted level.
Oh, he's coming out. Randy didn't come out all the way, but he came out. Oh, it fell through the map. Never mind.
You had me worried there for a second.
I couldn't see it on the ground at all. It's like it fell. I think it did fell through the map, but
they fixed it.
But no, I was saying it did fell through the map, but it didn't fall. Ah, you stupid goddamn assholes! It wasn't too far underground where I couldn't pick it up.
So it was sunk in, but not fell through. Alright, just gonna wait. You said Sevagoth, right?
Yeah.
Do you want Sevagoth to just be in the Mortal Kombat universe, or do you want him to fight someone?
In the Mortal Kombat universe first.
Okay, but before I start reading that, eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna call this out. Wait. Okay. Why did I call this out here?
Because you were gonna do Fortify, I guess?
I was gonna do Fortified. Try something a little different.
You were gonna put your oppressor in the tunnel?
I was, but then I realized I made a boo-boo on that, so what I'm actually gonna have to do instead is I'm gonna have to put my thruster in there, because what I should have done is put the thruster outside the tunnel. But, you know what, this would be interesting. I mean, technically I don't have to put it in the tunnel, though. Whoa, I almost overstepped. Whoa. I don't know why, but I like this tunnel. So, you know what, I'm gonna play it safe this right here.
Great job. Your payment should be in your account now.
if they do add any flying vehicles in GTA 6, they most likely be related to more Florida style flying vehicles.
Flying vehicles are a staple in GTA Online. In fact, the oppressor is so hated. I think it's also
I'm talking about like water, like flying, like helicopters and floating, put
amphibious
pontoons on them.
aircraft.
Yeah, and the fan boat.
I wonder why they call it fortified.
Because you're fortifying a vehicle. With armor and weapons.
You seen the inside of the armored box, Phil?
It probably just looks like a truck.
Yeah, it's pretty empty in there. It has boxes of ammo crates. Check what time it is. 8:11. You know what, that's funny because I almost checked to see if it was 8:12. It would have been funny if it was 8:12 again, but now I don't know why, but it's weird that I check it like that. It's... Do you remember earlier this year I tried to make a mission take place in the tunnels?
Can't say I do.
I'm gonna try to do that someday again.
Holy shit! I need a medic! Cocksucker!
Bye-bye! Hey? Nothing. Alright. Sevigoth and Mortal Kombat. Lore accurate Sevigoth, a specter of death that can withstand centuries in the void and can control a sentient ethereal shadow, would likely be a tier 0 entity in the Mortal Kombat universe, functioning more as a cosmic horror than a traditional fighter. Based on his lore, here is how Sevigoth would likely enter and affect the MK universe. Entrance: the ghost ship Tempestari. Sevigoth would likely arrive not as a person but as a legend, a haunted, dilapidated railjack adrift in a void between realms. He is a dark helmsman, lost in the vast untimes and searching for his lost body. Initial scenario. Characters like Scorpion or Sub-Zero might investigate this silent ship, only to realize the crew is just a single shadow hunting in the dark. Lore interaction. Sevagoth does not care about Earthworm or outworld politics. He seeks souls to fuel his darkness and complete a final rescue mission. Powers and capabilities in MK lore. As a warframe, Sevagoth is immune to conventional human biology, biological weapons, and fear. The Shadow, the Ghost Persona. Sevagoth can summon his Shadow to battle, a brutal entity that rips through enemies and pulls souls to the death well. Soul manipulation. Sevagoth is a master of harvesting souls, often liquefying enemy tissues and organs from the inside using void miasma. Oh god, dude, that's brutal. Passive immortality. If destroyed, his shadow continues to hunt. Even if he collects enough souls, he can return. The Gloom Aurora. He can create a field of dark energy that slows opponents to a standstill, allowing him to drain their life force, acting as a living purgatory. Matchups and impact on the MK universe. Lore-accurate Sevagoth would likely be unmatched by most mortal combatants. Versus Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Sevagoth's shadow is ethereal and acts as a void specter, meaning fire or ice might have limited effects, while Sevagoth's shadow claws would tear right through them. Versus Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. Sevagoth consumes souls to feed himself, potentially threatening Shang Tsung's own supply. He is a more efficient soul reaper than they are. Versus Shao Kahn and Raiden. Sevagoth's ability to block out the sun and covers areas in dark miasma would be a major threat, potentially on par with a Titan or an Elder God's influence. Final boss scenario. Sevagoth would be likely an unplayable boss character, a relentless Grim Reaper figure that forces characters to face their inexorable mortality. How he fits into the plot. Sevagoth would likely be a third-party threat to both Liu Kang's timeline and any opposing forces. He is inevitable, representing death itself rather than good or evil. The final act. The Tempestari would bring the darkness into the MK realm, perhaps forcing Liu Kang to use the power of the hourglass to cleanse the ship of void energy. Dude, that was awesome. I like that. That was a good idea you had there. It's funny that I'm hovering like farther above the ground, but since I'm in a jetpack. But you know what else I can do? It's funny that I can actually move around. Oh shit. Okay. There we go. Oh, you know, that just reminded me of this morning. When I woke up this morning, I accidentally kicked the cat by accident. I was like, oh my god, Gracie, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm like just now, but like I was just waking up too. That guy is still alive. Oh, dogs are hearing something. It wasn't a hard kick, it was like a soft kick. Alright. I'm curious. I don't see him. Oh, I think I see him. I'll go ahead and turn on the pad. Alright, I'm gonna make my way back to the terabyte. You ever thought about the idea? What if I made a mission where if I made it to where we had to use, like, I make a mission where we steal vehicles from the FGP, and I give us like a jetpack to use, or we have to steal a vehicle from the FGP, and then we have to bring it back to our base to use in the next mission, or to reverse engineer their vehicles. Oh god, dude, that vehicle as it drove by sounded weird in my ears. In real life, those air brakes would sound so loud.
Our client needs someone to take it out. Oh, but the money is good and the work is interesting, so I put our hat in the ring. We aren't flower arrangers after all. To find this guy, we're going to have to access Life Invader's vast quantities of personal data. Well, the drone will. So get over to their offices and we'll talk. When you get there, stop outside the building and send in the drone. Security's been upgraded since the Jay Norris incident, so that's probably the only way to get past the cameras. I've managed to temporarily patch it so that your whole crew can launch drones from inside the Terabyte.
You already said that. Twice.
Okay, both the laptops to access their servers will be upstairs. Send the drone up there, avoiding any guards. Life Invader employees are idiots, but they'll still think something's up if they see a drone flying around. One laptop down, one to go. We should have access to all that personal data as soon as it's done.
In our years of doing these missions, I'm just picturing how, like, if we were playing, like, if we were living up like a movie of some sorts. And then I'm just picturing it, like the scene cuts, the camera pans over to Paige.
Nothing about this guy I don't know. He's got a contract out for people to protect him, so don't be surprised if you run into
Beach
any mercenaries
guy.
looking for their own payday.
So in my mind, when I'm seeing Paige, I'm seeing her hunched over in her room in a beanbag chair, as she's like talking to you through a headset and a laptop. And we're like, yeah, we're doing this. This is too easy.
She could be in a coffee shop computer.
Oh, you mean like
coffee shop.
Kensington from Saints Row?
Like a computer coffee shop.
Oh, speaking of Gracie. There you are, my baby. Aww. She rubbing her feet. She's rubbing my feet. You wanna come up here? Come on, Gracie. Come on. Come on. Is it my turn to do the packages?
No. Yeah.
I was about to say. Gracie.
At first, I didn't know what you were talking about.
There you are, my baby. Come on. Come on.
My brain wasn't registering what you were saying there. I was thinking of other stuff.
I know. I was too. I was just thinking of how many of those V11 relics I'm going to try to get tomorrow. I still find it difficult to believe that Varuna costs so much platinum, dude. You know
Yep.
what? I'm gonna start asking why. I have like literally a minute until I get to do ramped up, so I might as well. In the game Warframe, why does Varuna Prime cost, what was it, 900 plat?
8 to 900.
Is it in the Warframe market?
Yeah.
Okay. Varuna Prime costs 900 plus platinum on the Warframe market due to being brand new, leading to extremely high demand and low supply. Prices spike on launch day in trade chat, though they tend to drop significantly within a week or to under 200 plat as more relics are cracked. According to user discussions, initial high damage and low supply, and high demand and low supply. Brand spanking new Prime sets are heavily sought after, and driving price is high on day one. Rapid price drop expectation. Experienced players suggest waiting a week for the price to normalize closer to 200 plat range or lower. Convenience costs. Users pay high prices to avoid the effort of farming relics and waiting for them to open. Trade chat versus market. Prices in the in-game trade chat are often significantly higher than on Warframe market. To get Varuna Prime, it's highly recommended to farm the relics yourself or use the Warframe market site to avoid paying the early release premium. If you're looking for the best way to get her, let me know when you prefer to farm her yourself. I can identify relic farming locations. Buy her with lower... Okay. Are you going to the ramp buggy?
I'm at one of the spawn locations.
Dude, it's over here.
Yeah, I can see that.
I didn't know what you were doing. I didn't know if you were waiting. I was literally just asking you, are you waiting for me to get in the buggy? Because I know you said it was your turn, so that's why I had to double check. Are you getting a contact high?
No.
You know,
I was waiting for you to start it.
I did start it. I had like 2 minutes left.
And I was at one of the spawn locations for it, so...
It's
that's
funny when
another reason why I was waiting there.
Yeah. It is funny though, since we've been doing those thought experiments, and I've been saying them out loud live. I believe there's no coincidence that when we would see a viral video about, the lore about the Warframes, and when they were mentioning Warhammer and then Naruto, it's like, dude, that's what we've been doing. Like Naruto, dude, that's not even a fair fight. I mean, these Warframes, they're basically gods. Ooh, that one was a good catch. Oh. I didn't even drive over that one. How are you building your Verona?
I already told you.
You're gonna be a cast build. I'm not gonna be that big in her because you know me. I'm only gonna be playing her for a little bit, and then I most likely will sell the original Verona, but I'll probably wait until when I get to see what invigorations are for next week. It would be kind of ironic that, like, if I sold my Varuna, my original Varuna now, before Varuna Prime has been crafted, and if I see, like, next week's, or this upcoming week's new invigoration Warframes to select, and Varuna happens to be, ironically, the one with the buff that I actually want, which is increased duration or range, and I'm like, oh, I gotta wait a couple days. To be fair, though, like, it has been quite a few months, and I understand why you don't like the idea of going out your way to do the helmet invigoration system like I did. But you never know. Like, if you ever give it a shot, you'd be surprised how much fun you'd have. Like, just picture this in your head. You're Sevagoth with 1,000... no, like, there's Sevagoth with, like, increased range, or parkour velocity, or... like a 200% ability strength. You'd be surprised what random buffs you can get. But in order to truly make it happen, like, you gotta actually invest in them. That's actually why I collected all these Warframes, because you never know. I like to invest, and what I actually would do is, like, see which ones I had. Because I'll tell you though, going back in the days where I had to go out and farm some of those original Warframes again, like Equinox, like, oh my god, dude, I am never farming her ever again. She was the most painful runs, because you have to spend so much time in it, and she is 2 Warframes too. You're literally crafting 2 Warframes in the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is the reason I was like that. This is not too far away from the terabyte to where it doesn't matter how far, like, as long as you're just close enough, because the buggy still has to count down. Copy that.
And then we can just chill if we got time left over.
Yep. We can do one more thought experiment, guys. Oh, just checking something.
I'll go this way. Go right past it. You know what we forgot to do?
Call him what?
Yep.
Oh,
Why did we do
well,
that?
if that's everything, see ya.
Yeah, we seem to be doing that quite a bit, forgetting to call on.
Yeah. Probably because it's slowly becoming irrelevant to me, I guess. I mean, that's my only rational explanation. Subconscious decision. In the game Warframe...
I think you're just being distracted because of all the thought experiments you're
That's
doing.
probably it too. Now that you mentioned it, I'm gonna do this. Why is Varuna Prime? No wait, is. I'm gonna do is. Oops. Alright, is Varuna Prime overrated? Based on recent community discussions and early Prime access feedback in 2026 in April, Varuna Prime is generally considered a top-tier melee platform warframe rather than overrated, but her specific fourth ability is often viewed as underwhelming. She is a powerhouse for high-level play due to her ability to generate endless energy, status immunity, and massive damage boosts for melee weapons. Here is a breakdown of why she is viewed as why she is. Why Varuna Prime is not overrated. Top tier. Best in class melee platform. Varuna is arguably a top 3 melee frame. Her first ability provides invisibility and massive critical status bonuses, while her second ability acts as a massive status spreader, key for condition overload builds. Infinite resources. Her third ability allows her to generate huge amounts of health orbs, which can be converted into energy via equilibrium, making her incredibly efficient at running missions. High survivability. She excels in Steel Bath due to a combination of invisibility, status immunity, and crowd control. Significant speed boost. The Prime version receives a solid increase in base move speed from 0.95 to 1.2, making her very fast in practice, contrary to what some underwhelming impressions. Why some consider her fourth underwhelming, the fourth ability issue. Ufran's Descent, her fourth limitations. Many players find her fourth ability, Ulfron's Descent, to be weak, difficult to scale, and restrictive. It often locks out weapon usage, and without significant investment like her augment, fails to keep up with top-tier melee weapon damage in late game Steel Path. Subsume potential. Because her 4 is considered weak, it is often replaced with stronger helmet abilities like Roar or Wrathful Advance, leading to some to believe her full kit isn't as good as marketed. Underwhelming Prime status. Some players expected a higher energy boost than 30% for the Prime, noting that it doesn't significantly change her playstyle over the base version. The final verdict. Verona Prime is a fantastic high-damage warframe for players who enjoy active, ability-driven melee combat. If you rely on her 4th ability for nuking, you may find her overhyped. If you use her 1, 2, and 3 with a strong melee weapon, she is absolutely worth farming. As of mid-April 2026, she is regarded as a very strong addition to any arsenal. Okay, I'm gonna ask a stupid question. I hope I get a stupid answer. Go to arbitration missions. As soon as someone dies, they immediately leave. Why? Okay, I'm asking a stupid question, guys. I'm hoping to get a stupid answer. In the game Warframe, I am a Limbo tank main, and when I go to arbitration missions, as soon as someone dies, they immediately leave. Why? In Warframe arbitration missions, players often leave immediately upon death, even though revives are possible, because it is generally considered faster and more efficient to restart the mission than to coordinate a revive in a public group. Really? Oh, come on, it's not a big deal. So what if you have to pick up a few tokens? The revive profit... Here is why this behavior happens, especially when you are playing Limbo. The revive process is complex. Reviving requires someone to pick up 5 Resurgence Burden tokens from arbitration drones, which debuffs health, shields, and drains energy, making the carrier vulnerable. Time efficiency. Players often do only short bursts of arbitrations, 5 to 10 minutes, for specific rewards or to complete the daily Nightwave challenge. If someone dies early, many prefer to leave and queue in for a new session immediately rather than waiting for a rescue. The Limbo problem stigma. While Limbo is actually a top-tier defensive choice for arbitrations due to protecting defense operatives and excavators, many public players find his bubble, Cataclysm, and Stasis disruptive to their ability to get kills. If a team is already struggling and a limbo is in play, players may leave because they assume the mission will be slow, messy, or they will accidentally walk into the rift. Host migration fear. When a player dies and leaves, it can trigger a host migration, which often bugs out and breaks the mission. Guarantee rewards. Players keep all rewards earned up to the point when they die or leave. So there is no severe penalty for exiting early. In summary, when a player dies in a pub, they are usually looking for a quick, efficient run. If it isn't, they leave. And the presence of a limbo, while useful, is seen as a factor that can increase the chaos or reduce the efficiency for the rest of the team. Well, technically, I do use low-range limbo builds. It says here, provide a low-range limbo build to minimize disruption to teammates. I actually do use my... for defense missions and excavation missions, I use my acid rain build, which is ideal for that mission because very long duration and small bubble. Excavation missions are absolutely perfect for that build. Like, Limbo is actually the perfect warframe for excavation missions because not even Gara can guarantee protection for those excavators, especially up against nullifiers. I mean, and you can only make her wall so small, but technically Limbo's bubble also shrinks, which is actually advantageous to specifically those kind of missions because the smaller the bubble, the less much of a hassle.
Yeah.
Now, I actually have just learned something new, and I actually have a new appreciation to why people do leave in Warfare now. This is not a stupid question as it turned out. This is actually a legitimate question. I thought it was going to sound stupid in my head when I said it out loud. I mean, I actually feel satisfied and a little bit fulfilled. Like, I don't do over trenches as often because I have, like, what, 50 of those Omniformal blueprints? Don't ask why. And, in my days of, like, doing over attrition missions, I always wondered why people leave after dying. Like, I always thought it was just embarrassing for them and stuff. I mean, it could be that too. I mean, when you die in an arbitration mission, it can also be a little embarrassing, but some people don't leave so early just so they can...
Or they just want to leave because they don't want to feel like a burden to the team.
That too. Predominantly melee focused.
Not.
Yep.
Sup? All right.
Yeah, damn.
I have plenty of friends with extra chemicals laying around.
Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, and thank you guys for watching. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.